Bad Back Garage.
Welcome back to Bad Back Garage, where I do sketchy shit. Yeah, it's I'll just flick you. Got the car sort of sitting up here at the moment. It's just off the hoist on those two there. It feels a little bit wobbly, but I'm trying to check my pinion angle because I think that's part of my traction issues I'm having at the moment. Now that's off the gearbox, it's 3 degrees down. Measured that with using a phone angle divider thing and tried using that, but that won't fit. I do have a digital angle finder, but I think I've lent it out. But I don't know if you can see, but I think that's angled like, if I go like too far like that, I think it's actually supposed to be angled down. I'm just gonna do some research, but if that's the case, if that's the case, I have pretty bad pinion angle to get traction. It's sort of breaking loose, just by helping the tyres break loose just because of pinion angle without even having the power to turn the tyres. So I've been fighting a losing battle, I think. The other thing I want to do too, while I'm here upgrading stuff, because axle's out because it's broken. This is the axle I'm playing with while I'm over here. That's what a typical axle looks like after a week in my car. So I've got a new one over here, another complete diff, another 323 center. So I'm going to spool this one. So I haven't got any lights on under here, but we'll go around, get a light on the way through. I only just got in the shed, so that's my, oh shit, that hurt. That's my welded crown wheel on because I stripped all these bolts, but that's the other piece of my axle from the one that broke, and it's not coming out. It's also done a bit of damage to the outside here, so that's not going to work. I just pulled this one down to pull another locker out of it. This one had the 3.5 gears on it, but they're damaged, so I had a spare mini spool. I think this one, because it's welded together, I don't know if I can get it apart unless I cut it up. So another mini spool in there. Oh, the other upgrade I'm doing is, well, once I fix that, hopefully that'll axle problems. Got these shocks. These aren't the ones I'm going to use, but I'll use them for measure ups. These are Nissan Patrol front shocks. They have the same compression length as my wagon ones, my rear wagons. The reason why I'm doing that is research I've been doing. I need more rebound, and well, I'll get you these ones here. Oh, I don't want to actually push that because it's sitting funny. These Gabriels or whatever they are don't really have any rebound in them. Yeah, I can push it up, not too easy, but like the compression's okay, but when they're rebounding it's very, very slow. I need something to act a bit faster, I believe. If anyone knows about setting up a hard tie with leaf springs, with Caltrax and everything, please tell me if I'm wrong. I've just been researching on Google and shit, so I could be completely wrong, and Google AI is always correct. So yeah, I'm going to go hunting for some Patrol front shocks in standard height and stick them in the rear, because in the past, the shocks I pulled out of Patrols, they do have a fair bit of rebound. Hopefully not too much, but I can only try. A mate of mine's got some GUs. I part GUs, but I don't have any front shocks at the moment, except for those stock ones, which are absolutely knackered. But yeah, it's just good to get, what do you call it? The lengths, the compression length is my biggest concern. Extension couldn't give a shit about because they can extend as far as they want. But compression is the problem because I don't want to bottom out. So yeah, I'm going to go back under here. Where's my phone? So, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's my Google thing. So I just go angly finder thing. And That's showing 90 degrees pointing 92 degrees. Oops, 92 degrees pointing up. Oop, no, hold on, I'll get it on there properly. There's 92 degrees pointing up. Yeah, which I don't think. Oops. Shut up, Google. Yeah, so I don't think that's good. Now, I'm supposed to be doing with this full race weight with like weights in the back and everything, but I'm sketched out doing this as it is. So the car is just off there. I didn't want to take it off completely just in case. Yeah, I think I've still got to put weight in the back, but I'll try this first, at least if I can get it within, I think it's supposed to be 3 to 5 degrees, but I can't remember which way that's. I've just got to get the Google out again and translate that. But I'll read that and I'll get back to you to see where I need to be. But there you go, reading Google, it says, never allow the pinion to be positive, which I'm positive 2 degrees. So, same with Caltrax, I need to be closer to -3 to -4. With more weight in it, I think that's going to drive it up more. So I might go -5 to account for, because as you're putting weight in it, the diff's going to rotate back. So I might put -5 degrees in it, which means I need a lot of shims, which is, oh, that's my ugly head. Put a nice big wedge under there, which seems to be an awful lot. Huh. Yeah, I've got some big issues, I think. I need like 7-degree wedges or something. I don't know if they make them like that. Crap. Oh, I'm going to do some research, see what I can find, and I'll get back to you. Going by what I'm reading, 7 degrees casters is what I need, but I really need to put a diff in the back of this car. Have all 4 wheels on the ground, double check all my angles, and so I might, I don't know what I'm going to do now, because now I'm going to put a rebuild a diff, and I didn't want to build it, put it all back in and do U-bolts up and down again, and yeah. Yeah, I think I might, because I might, if I need that much, I might put a spacer. Just put a spacer under there. And just make that, just make the gearbox sit up a little bit higher. I've got some room, just enough, well, you can sort of see, but I've got a little bit of room up there that I can do that with. So, yeah, I might have to space the gearbox up maybe a mil, which might give me another degree there. So then, if I get a degree there, that means 1 less degree in the back. But so I don't think I can get wedges that big. But having positive is not a good thing. I need to start with negative, because as the torque comes, it rotates the diff up, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it wants to spin the pinion up when you accelerate. And if I've already got positive, it's going to want to push it up even higher, which explains why I've got all those marks up there, because it's just pushing my tail shaft. Pushing my tail shaft up into the floor. So yeah, a few issues. Pretty typical when you're not sure what you're doing. But I just got to think what I'm going to do now. I think I might put this diff together over here, put the spool in it, clean this diff up, give it a quick paint, put the spool in it, and put it back in the car, and then I've got some, got those 4 ramps there, sit the car down on those 4 ramps, so at least then I can crawl under it, double check pinion angles and things like that, and go from there. And then I'll order some wedges and pull it all apart again and put them in. So the diff road build didn't go so well last night. We have a broken shim. That was the one that's the one I'm supposed to have pulled apart, but the roll pin that's in there did not want to come out. So I used the half off another one, which I probably shouldn't have done. Got all my bearing caps mixed up. And then over here, I now need, yeah, there was a lot of swearing and cursing and throwing as I was, oh yeah, that's all on now. But as I was trying to get the shims in, one broke. Luckily I've got spares. Yeah, so overly impressed. So now I'll get in and I'll rip this diff out now. But yeah, fun times were had. Got the diff in. Went in pretty smoothly, sort of. I haven't put all the shock mounts in yet because I'm trying to play with my pinion angle, so I just want to make it a simple setup at the moment. But I've had a car on stands and got my wife to sit in the car and put sandbags in it for race weight. Now my pinion here, it sits up, well, pretty much on the angle that it's now, like 2 degrees positive, so it tilts instead of being like, oh, hold on, if I get my hand. So that's 90 degrees. Your diff's actually supposed to be pointed down. Mine's pointing up 2 degrees. So I need to sort that out. But I also noticed that my gearbox was pointed down at 8 degrees. So I'm just gonna space that up a bit, like a fair bit. I'm gonna put a spacer in there, which will then hopefully help me with pinion angle changes. So I'm just trying something out. I just got to make sure it's not hitting anything. I don't think it is, because I think there was enough room. I think the only thing I was worried about is my, oh, sorry, you don't want to look up my nose. I just got to get a torch in there and just check out the shifter, the drop box for that. And I suppose putting a bit of pressure on my exhaust because it's now tilting it back a bit more, but well, I'm pretty sure it'll be right. But yeah, I've got to give that a go first, then I'll drop the car back down onto the ramps and check pinion angles again. But yeah, my tail shaft was actually, instead of being pointing down, my tail shaft actually goes up. So the gearbox goes down, then the tail shaft goes up towards the diff. And I don't know if I've shown it before, but tail shaft hits the floor. So yeah, under heavy load, it's been hitting the floor. I don't hear it, but it could, obviously because you're at full noise when it's happening and launching it and wheels are spinning and things like that. But I'm hoping that'll help with my traction issues. I've also gone to, I've put the gear wheels back on with the 275/60s, trying to help with a bit of traction, and also because the 255s are looking like that. Don't really want to get pulled over with them that low. I think technically they're just legal. One less thing to get in trouble for. But yeah, I think I'll measure all this up, and I still got to put some new shocks in the rear. I'm going to change those, but I'll get this pinion angle shit sorted first, and then I'll order some shims and shim the rear diff. At the moment I need like 8 degrees in shims or something, so I'm trying to reduce that down to only being like, I don't know, a lot less. I don't know if I can get, looks like I can get that sort of shim out of maybe the US, but I need shims like tomorrow. So I want to set this up today, and I'll just buy the biggest shims I can, I guess, that I can find in Australia, and put them in there and It's got to be better than what it is, even if I can get that diff. Like, even if I get a 3-degree shim and get -1 caster, well, pinion angle, that'd be a big improvement, like for just that. I don't think I can get them from Superior Engineering overnight. Or, I don't know, or one of the four-wheel drive shops I think might do them, because they do them. So I'll just have to drill them out to suit my Falcon diff purchase. So I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'll just have to buy some and either drill them out or modify them to suit mine, and then go from there. But I'll put this spacer in and then drop it back down. I'm just not making spacers yet. I'm just going to put them physically in, drop the car back down, double check the angle, and then while it's up in the air like this, the angle doesn't really change a lot, like a couple of degrees. So I'll put it back down the ground and double check what it comes out at, and then go from there. So I'll pick it up in a second. Well, I've just realised I can't space the gearbox up. I don't know if you can see up in there, but I can't get up into that cable coming out. That cable there. That's my gear shifter cable. It's actually hitting the gearbox. So can't change the angle of it. I might have to fix this when I change the gearbox to a glide, because it'll be shorter and smaller. Damn it, that's hitting pretty good too. And it looks like it's always been hitting. Bugger, I can't do anything about that unless I space that whole shifter up higher, which I probably could do that. I might have to have a look at that actually. I might drop the car back down and see if I can lift that the shifter itself up some, but I don't think I can, because it's the way the center console is. Why is everything so difficult? Why can't it just be easy, eh? Yes. Well, it looks like I might just order shims, just the bigger shims I can get, because I said I know it's a fair bit, and if I can't lift that gearbox, even when I'm doing it, I'm only getting 2 degrees. So if I get 2 degrees eventually plus 3 degrees, that's 5. Working at 5 degrees, so that brings it a little bit closer. I just put it like a formula into AI, and it's telling me what shim to get. So I can just put in, I've gone from -8 degrees on the gearbox to -6, and then that'll help me work out what shim I need. Good old AI. All right, I'm going to get in that, order those, drop the car down, see if I can lift the shifter up, and go from there.
Do 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 do. Bad back garage.